Hello students. In this lecture we will basically do the dimensional analysis. Okay, this is the second chapter of your class 11 units and dimensions. So units part that I will not discuss here because that thing you have already read in class 9. Okay, the first chapter, measurements and experimentation, that chapter name was. So there you have read that there are different kinds of system like CGS, SI, okay, and in SI system there are 7 basic quantities and 2 supplementary quantities, and their units you have read. After that you have done few derived units, of some derived quantities, okay. So that part I will not discuss. I am going to the dimensional analysis, okay. So what is this thing basically? So till now we have read the units of different physical quantities like length, meter, okay, mass, kg, in this way, force, Newton, okay. So in this way these are the units of different physical quantity. But here you will see or you will remember these quantities with their dimensions, okay, not units now, only with their dimensions. So there are 7 basic quantities in SI system that you already know, that SI system. So in SI system we get first one mass, okay, second one length, third one time, fourth one current, fifth one temperature, thermodynamic temperature, sixth one luminous intensity, and seventh one amount of substance. Okay, and the unit, SI unit you have read, mass, that means kilogram, length, that means meter, time, second, current, ampere, temperature, Kelvin, intensity, candela, and amount of substance, mole. Okay, so now we will read their dimensions, okay, and we will use the dimensions of these basic quantities to for the dimension of the derived physical quantities. So mass, dimension of mass is capital L, and dimension is always written inside the third bracket, okay. Length, capital L, time, capital T, current, capital I or sometime capital A, temperature, capital K or capital theta, candela, CD, and mole, amount of substance, MOL. Okay. But basically we will use these 5 quantities, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to temperature. Okay, these things you will see one by one. Okay, understand? So now we will see few derived quantities and how to derive their dimensions. Okay, we will use these dimensions. Okay, these dimensions of the basic physical quantities. So I am writing here first one, that is volume. Volume is a derived quantity. Okay, because in this physical quantity there are more than one the basic quantities. Okay, so volume means length into breadth into height, that means unit will be meter cube. Okay, volume unit will be meter cube. In place of meter we will write L. Okay, so the dimension will be L cube in this way. Another velocity. Velocity is what? Velocity is unit is what you have read about velocity, meter per second. So meter per second. We will write here in place of meter we will write L, and in place of second we will write T. Okay, but here remember that no dimension will be in the denominator. Okay, you have to take all the dimensions to the numerator. So the proper answer will be LT minus 1. Okay, if you take this T in the numerator, the power will be minus 1. Here it is plus 1. If you take it from denominator to numerator, then its power will be minus 1. Okay, sign will change. Another acceleration. Acceleration. What is the unit? Meter by second square. Okay, so the dimension will be L by second square means T square. But again we will write this dimension in the numerator only. So L T to the power minus 2. Okay, so in this way it will go on. Okay, so in these dimensions, in the dimension of derived quantities, you have to remember the formula. Okay, from which formula you are getting that thing. Like force is coming from mass into acceleration. Okay, so we will use the dimension of mass, then we will use the dimension of acceleration. Okay, so in this way you will remember. As you practice and practice, it will automatically keep in your mind. Okay, so I am erasing this part and I am showing few more. So another one is, suppose force equal to what? Mass into acceleration. Mass into acceleration, and mass, dimension of mass is capital M, dimension of acceleration is LT minus 2. Okay, this is the dimension of acceleration. So it will be at the end M LT minus 2. Okay, in this way force, then suppose work done, work equal to what? Force into displacement, force into displacement. Now what is the dimension of force? That is M L T to the power minus 2. Displacement means it is measured by meter. Okay, it is a kind of length. So length, dimension of length is capital L. So it will be M L square T minus 2. Okay, another thing you take, power means what? Work by time. Okay, rate of doing work. So what will be the dimension of work? Dimension of work M L square T minus 2. Okay, by time means T. Okay, now you have to take this T in the numerator. So it will be minus 1. There is already minus 2. Another minus 1. It will be minus 3. So M L square T minus 3. Okay, there is T minus 2. If you take this T up, it will be T minus 1. In the multiplication of same thing, same quantity, power will be added. That means minus 2 plus minus 1. That means minus 3. Okay, understand? Take another quantity like charge. What is the formula of charge? Charge is current into time. Okay, charge is not the basic quantity. Charge is current into time. What is the dimension of current? That is I. Okay, or ampere A. Into time means T. Okay, so it will be IT. Okay, understand? Now look at these things. In this thing there is no M, no T. In this there is no M. In this also there is no M. Whenever among M, L, T there is one quantity is missing, then you will write it properly like volume. What are the missing terms? Mass and time. So you will write it properly like this. M0, missing term means power will be 0. L cube T 0. Okay. In the same way, velocity. What is the missing term? M. So it will be M0 L T minus 1. Okay. So in this way you will write. Okay. This is the proper representation. Whenever among M, L, T there is one missing, then above that missing term you will put 0. Power will be 0. Okay. Understand? So these are few derived quantities and their dimensions. And in physics, as you go on from chapter to chapter, you will get lots of new physical quantities, and in every chapter you have to calculate the dimension of those new physical quantities. Okay, so one by one, as we proceed from one chapter to another, we will see what are the new physical quantities, and at the beginning we will write their dimension. Okay, so here these are the dimensions. So do not remember the dimension of different physical quantities. There are lots of physical quantities. You cannot remember them all. So what you will remember? You will remember their equation, their basic equation. From that basic equation, you can automatically derive their dimension. Okay. As we proceed from one chapter to another, you can automatically understand. Okay. Okay. Now there are a few such type of quantity which has no dimension basically. Okay, those are called dimensionless quantity. Like dimensionless quantity, like what? First one, angle. Angle has no dimension. Angle has a unit, that is radian in SI system, but it has no dimension. Okay, angle means what? Angle means what? We know that from, if it is a circle, this is radius, it makes an angle theta, and this is radius, this is arc length s. Then we can write s equal to r into theta. Okay, if theta is very small, then we can write s equal to r into theta. S is what? S is this length, it is a length. R is what? Radius, also length. So dimension of theta will be dimension of s by dimension of r. Both has dimension L. So L. So it is nothing. That means m to the power 0, L to the power 0, t to the power 0. Okay, that means angle has no dimension. It is a dimensionless quantity. Second, relative density. Relative density, that you have already read in class 9. What is the formula of relative density? What is the mathematical expression? Relative density means density of an object by density of water at 4 degrees centigrade. So look at here. In numerator there is density, and in denominator there is also density. Okay. In numerator and denominator, density and density. So this is relative density is basically what? It is the ratio of two similar kind of physical quantity. Okay, that means it has no dimension. Okay, so no dimension. Okay, those physical quantities which are ratio of two similar quantities, they have no dimension. Okay, third one, pi. Pi, you have read pi equal to 22/7. This is a number. Okay, this is a number, so it has no dimension. So any number has no dimension. Pi, take any number, 3, 4, 5, 1 lakh, 1000, whatever, they have no dimension. Another some trigonometric function, sin theta, cos theta, tan theta. Okay, that means I am concentrating on this theta. Okay, this argument of sine, argument of cos, argument of tan, that means only theta. So theta has no dimension, that we have already seen here. So argument of sine, cosine, tangent has no dimension. Okay, understand? Suppose in a equation you get this kind of thing, sin omega t minus kx. Okay, then after sine, this bracketed term is what? Is the argument. Okay, an argument has no dimension, that means this quantity has no dimension. Okay, this thing we will practice. Okay, how to derive these quantities here. Little bit tricky problems are there, tricky solution is there, so we will see how to solve. Okay, another thing is exponential. Okay, number 5 where to write? Here I am writing number 5, exponential, e to the power something, suppose e to the power ax. Okay, exponential function. So e to the power x. So this power ax, okay, this power has no dimension. Okay, okay. Have you ever seen or have you ever read e to the power 5 kg or e to the power 10 meter? Nowhere you will get that. That means this power has no dimension. Okay. So using these things, using this trick, we will solve few numericals. Then you will understand it properly. Okay. So these are the things which has no dimensions. Okay. Next we are entering into dimensional analysis now. Okay. So before starting dimensional analysis, there is a principle. Okay, that is principle of homogeneity. Principle of homogeneity. This tells what? Principle of homogeneity tells what? Principle of homogeneity tells that if there is a physical equation and in that equation there are few physical quantities and those quantities are added or subtracted in that physical equation, then every physical quantities which are added, which are in the form of addition or subtraction, their dimensions will be same. Okay, so every physical quantities present in a physical equation okay, in the form of addition or subtraction will have same dimensions on both sides. Okay, so take one example, then you will understand properly. So I am writing one equation like this: a plus b equal to c. Okay, so there are three physical quantities: a, b and c. Okay, here a and b are in addition form. Okay, then from this principle of homogeneity we can write dimension of a equal to dimension of b equal to dimension of c, because similar quantities can be added or subtracted. 5 kg rice will be added to the 10 kg rice. Okay, not 10 kilometer length. Okay, so similar quantities can be added and subtracted. For that reason their dimensions should be same. It may be in the form of addition or it may be in the form of subtraction. If it is a plus b equal to c minus d, then dimension of a, b, c and d will be same. Okay, understand? So this thing tells by principle of homogeneity, and by using this principle of homogeneity we will do few new things. Okay, so one by one we will see. So the dimensional analysis is used in few ways. What are those ways? So first one, to check correctness of a physical equation. Okay, so any physical equation, which one you will get in our syllabus, our life, those physical equations can be checked by this dimensional analysis. Take one example. So I am taking one example, that is equation of motion, that is s equal to ut plus half at square. This equation you all know. Okay, you have used this equation in class 9 for solving many numericals. Okay, but you don't know about this thing, did not know about this thing when you are solving using this equation. So here we have to check its correctness, whether this equation is correct or not. Okay, that we can check using dimensional analysis. So here these are the physical quantities. Okay, and these two quantities are in the addition form. That means these physical quantities will have same dimension, that we will check. So first one, dimension of S. S is what? Distance. So dimension is L. Next, dimension of UT. Dimension of UT. That means dimension of U into dimension of T. U is what? Initial velocity. Velocity means L T minus 1. And time, this is time, means capital T. Okay. Here power 1, here power minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1, it will be 0. So the dimension is L. Okay. Next, half 8 square. Half 8 square. Half is a number. Number does not have any dimension. So we will not bother about this. A is what? Acceleration. That means L T minus 2 into T square. T square means capital T square. Here again minus 2 plus 2 cancel out. So it is A. So look at here. These three physical quantities S, UT, half a T square. They have same dimension. That means it is dimensionally correct equation. So in this way we can check any equations which we will get one step by step or chapter by chapter. We can check those equations dimensionally. Okay. Here you will remember one thing. There is a limitation. Here you will remember one thing, that dimensionally correct equation does not tell about its correctness in physical equation. Okay. So I am writing here three equations, then you will understand. S is equal to UT plus half a T square. Next I am writing S is equal to, suppose half UT plus 3 by 2 AT square. Another I am writing S is equal to minus UT plus 5 by 8 AT square. Okay, look at these three equations. If you check them dimensionally, these three equations are correct. If you check them dimensionally, then these three equations are correct. They are dimensionally correct. But they are not correct physical equations. Okay, these three equations are not correct physical equations. Only this equation is correct. Okay, so this is one limitation of dimensional analysis, that equation, if it is a given equation, we can check it whether it is correct or not dimensionally. But if there are many equations, similar kind of many equations, then we cannot tell which equation is correct, which equation is the physically correct equation. We cannot tell. Okay, so here these three equations all are dimensionally correct, but they are not physically correct. Physically this one is correct. Okay, but dimensionally wrong equations are always wrong. Dimensionally wrong equations are always wrong, but dimensionally correct equations may or may not be correct. Okay, understand? So this is one application. Many equations you will get and you can check, like one I am giving. So half mv square, this is kinetic energy, equal to mgh. This thing you also get in class 10 or 9 class, I think. So half mv square equal to mgh, kinetic energy equal to potential energy. Okay, here also you can check and tell that this equation is correct or not, dimensionally correct or not. Okay, so this is one part. This is the first application. Next application, to find dimension of constant physical quantities. Okay, to find the dimension of constant physical quantity. There are many physical quantities in physics you will get. Okay, so how to derive their dimension, those constant physical quantities, how to derive their dimension? So for finding the dimension we have to remember their equation. Okay, like what? I am giving few example. One, suppose you are asked to find the dimension of gravitational constant. Okay, so dimension of gravitational constant. Dimension of gravitational constant. gravitational constant. This thing you have read in class 9 that there is the gravitational constant. It is written by capital G. Okay, so how will you derive its dimension? So before deriving, you have to remember its formula. What is the required formula? Required formula is Newton's gravitational force. It is Newton's gravitational force. That is what? F is equal to G m1 m2 by r square. Okay, so you have to find the dimension of G. So write the equation for G from that equation. So it will be F r square by m1 m2. So the dimension of G will be what? Dimension of F into dimension of r square by dimension of m1 into dimension of m2. So F r square, then dimension of m1, dimension of m2. What is the dimension of A? Force, that is ml t to the power minus 2. Then r square means distance square, so l square. Then m1 m2, that means m and then m. Okay, then in the numerator it will be here 2l, here 1l, that means m l cube t to the power minus 2, and in the denominator it will be m, so m square. Okay, now take all the quantities in the numerator, no part in the denominator. So here it is 2, so m by m square. What will be the answer? So 1m cancel out, so it will be 1 by m. 1 by m means we can write m minus 1, right? So it will be m minus 1 l cube t minus 2. So this is the dimension of gravitational constant. So in this way we have to find. So here what you have to remember? You have to remember the equation, the proper equation you have to remember. Okay, another. Okay, this is done. Next one, find the dimension of force constant. Find the dimension of force constant. Force constant means it is written by small k. Okay, so what is the equation related to that force constant? The equation is Hooke's law, that is F is equal to minus kx. This is the proper equation. Okay, F is equal to minus kx. Okay, F is the k is the spring constant, F is the spring force. Okay, so here first we will write the equation for k. So it will be minus F by x. Okay, for deriving, now derive the equation for k. For deriving the dimension, we do not need this plus minus sign. Okay, so forget about this minus sign. So it will be only dimension of F by dimension of x. Dimension of F, that means force, ml t to the power minus 2, and x means it is a distance from the mean position, so l. So it will be l cancel out, no l. So no l means we will write in this way. No l means l to the power 0. Okay, no l means l to the power 0. So in this way you have to derive the dimension of constant physical quantities. Okay, now come to a few questions related to competitive exam. Okay, first one for competitive exam. First one is here is one equation is given, that is V equal to AT plus B by T plus C. Okay, here V is velocity, T time. We have to find the dimension of A, B, C. These three are the constant dimension of A, B, C. Okay, so here how will you do? So here three physical quantities are there. This one, and this one. Okay, these three physical quantities will have same dimension. Okay, so first I am taking these two. So dimension of V will be dimension of AT. This is the application of principle of homogeneity. So dimension of A will be what? Dimension of A will be dimension of V by dimension of T. Okay. Now dimension of V is L T minus 1 and dimension of T is T. Now this T will go up, that means it will be e to the power minus 1, here it is 1, when it goes up e to the power minus 1, here already minus 1 and another minus 1, that means minus 2. So it will be L T minus 2. This is for A. This is for A. Now come to this part. In this part, first we will look into this equation T plus C. Two quantities are adding here. Two quantities are added. When two quantities are added, that means those two quantities will have same dimension. Okay, two quantities of same dimensions can be added or subtracted. So from this part T plus C, we can write dimension of T equal to dimension of C. Okay, very easy. So dimension of C will be what? Dimension of T time, that means capital T. Okay, and then we will come to B. Now this denominator part, it is the dimension of T. This denominator part, it is the dimension of T time. Okay, then this dimension of this total part and the dimension of V will be same. So third dimension of V equal to dimension of B by T plus C. Okay, so dimension of B will be cross multiplication dimension of V into dimension of T plus C. Now dimension of V means LT minus 1 and dimension of T plus C means T has dimension capital T time, C also have the same dimension. Okay, that means T. After adding two similar quantities, we get that quantity na, that means 5 kg plus 6 kg, we get 11 kg. Okay, so that means same dimension. So at the end we will get here minus 1, here plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 cancel out. So M. Okay, so dimension of A, dimension of B and dimension of C. Understand? So this kind of question is very important for your competitive exam like NEET, okay, JEE, okay. And this question came in the year of 2006. 2006 NEET. Okay. Okay, understand? Another thing we will see. Another new thing. This is one type. Another type is this one. Suppose wave equation is given. Y equal to A sin omega t minus kx. Okay, y equal to A sin omega t minus kx. This is a wave equation, and here we have to find the dimension of omega and k. Dimension of omega and k. Okay, so here how will you do? So here you have to remember this sine part, this part will have no dimension. Okay, this sine part will have no dimension. Okay, that means this is the argument of sine. This is the argument of sine. That means this argument will have no dimension also. Okay, this argument will have no dimension. That means no dimension means omega t also have no dimension, kx also have no dimension. So dimension of omega t equal to what? No dimension means m0, l0, t0. Okay, then dimension of omega will be what? m0, l0, t0 by time. Time means capital T. Now it will go up. Go up means m0, l0 here power 1. When it goes up, the power will be reversed. That means minus 1. Okay, so m0, l0, t minus 1. Now come to second part. Kx also have no dimension. Also has no dimension. So kx equal to m0, l0, t0. Then dimension of k will be m0, l0, t0 by dimension of x. X is what? X is the distance. So it will be L. When L goes up, it will be L minus 1 T0. Understand? So in this way you have to solve this kind of problem. Okay. Another and last problem we will see in this lecture. Last problem is, it is a question of NEET 2007. NEET 2007. Okay. Here you have to find the dimension of resistance. Okay, question is dimension of resistance. Resistance you have already read. Okay, dimension of resistance. Okay, there are 4 options: A, M, L square, T minus 2, B, M, L square, T minus 1, I minus 1, C, M, L square, T minus 3, I minus 2, and D, M, L square, T minus 3, I minus 1. Okay, so how will you solve? So in which equation you get resistance? That is Ohm's law. Okay, so you use this Ohm's law. So Ohm's law is what? V is equal to IR, right? V equal to IR, then R will be what? V by I. What is V? V is the potential difference, and I is what? Current, and I is the basic physical quantity. Now we have to find the dimension of V. Now what is the definition of V? Potential or potential difference. It is the work done per unit charge. So W by Q. Okay. Now dimension of V will be what? Dimension of work. What is the dimension of work? Work means force into displacement. So it will be M L square T minus 2. And then charge. Charge means what? Charge is not the basic quantity. Charge means what? Current into time. Okay, understand? So this is the dimension of V, and current has the dimension of I. So dimension of R, resistance, will be dimension of V by dimension of I. So dimension of V means it will be M L square T minus 2 by IT. Okay, into 1 by I, that means 1 by I. Current has dimension I. Okay, now here I, here another I, so it will be I square. Okay, it will be I square T. Okay, understand? Now we have to take these two quantities in the numerator. So M, there is no change. L, there is no change. T, here minus 2, here 1. When it goes up, it will be minus 1. That means T minus 3. Minus 2 goes up, minus 1, that means minus 2, minus 1, that means minus 3. Then I square goes up, it will be I minus 2. So this is the dimension of resistance. So which one is the correct? M, L2, T minus 3, T minus 3, I minus 2. So C is the correct option. Okay, so these are different kinds of application and few numericals from competitive exam, NEET. Okay, these are the 2 applications. Another 2 applications are there that we will do in the next lecture. Okay, so understand this portion, everyone. Okay.